Alright guys, check out my new shirt. Dang it. Today I'm gonna make a Lego Minecraft creeper that actually explodes just like in the game. And this thing's gonna be about this high, and honestly I'm not quite sure how we're gonna make it explode yet. But I do have a digital Lego model I designed of a Minecraft creeper, so I could order the parts and we can actually build it. And once we build it, we'll figure out how to make it explode. So let's sort these out and then we can build the legs. It's a total of 2,678 pieces, which we have right here. So now we're gonna start by building the feet. And since Minecraft mobs are just technically a bunch of pixels, all we gotta do is just recreate it pixel for pixel. 1 pixel equals 1 brick and 2 plates like that. Now we just gotta build like 100 more of those in each color before we can start building the legs. Starting with a plate like so. On the bottom there are toes, which are made of black pieces and green pieces. Creepers have weird feet. They have like toes, which are like black and green. And then above that, they're just like a mix of different greens and stuff. I'm not sure if they're like a plant. I know they drop gunpowder and they explode, which is very annoying. We won't have to do a lot of sturdifying for this because each segment isn't gonna be that tall, and we actually want it to break when it explodes because that'll make our exploding mechanism or whatever we use to make it explode even easier. So we wanna make sure everything is just a single pillar. And I'm gonna be using a special technique to actually make it easier to explode, which I'll talk about when we get to the torso. But for now, we just gotta keep putting random colored pixels here. Seriously, that's literally this whole thing. So on this top layer, we're just doing a single brick because we're going to put a plate on top of this. We're gonna put one that goes back across so that we can start building the foundation for the center. And we're gonna put this piece right here. Tiny plate in here to lock it together. The legs aren't really gonna be built to explode, the rest of the body is. All right, now we gotta put tiles on top of this. The tiles will complete the pixel look. Cool, and that is leg number 1 done. I'm gonna speed run this next one and see how fast I can build it. Now we have both the legs, and this is really cool. All we're gonna do is just do that. And there we have a leg. All we need on top of this is just a centerpiece. I'm honestly pretty proud of designing that. The next step is to build the torso. Every single pixel in the torso is going to be made with the jumper plate so that it can stack on top of another one. You can see it becomes very easy to break these apart because they're only being held on by one stud. As you can see, point proven. And now I gotta build up a bunch of pixels again. I'm gonna go layer by layer here and kind of like hide the layers above it. The reason I'm doing this is because some of these pieces have to have like studs on them because they just don't make jumper plates in that color. Also, we can't put jumper plates underneath these that are too wide because there's no hole in the middle. So layer number 1 starts off with, I'm gonna keep the middle of this closed because that's where we're gonna put our mechanism. No idea how we're gonna fit a tiny mechanism in there, but we will eventually. Well, that's not gonna work. I think I messed up in the design, guys. There's a part where like these just go randomly on tiles and they won't connect to anything. Like this will connect, but only to things above it, so it won't really be connected till up here. So we'll just go until this falls, I guess, and then we'll realize, hey, this isn't gonna work. But we'll try it, and we'll just be very gentle and see how it works. Oh gosh. The first idea I have to actually make this thing explode is a ball pump and a balloon. I just want to make sure the ball pump hose fit. Once we have this balloon on here, it should pump up the balloon, which should make everything too big, which should make it want to explode. It's literally on the edge of falling apart because none of it's connected. I'm being so careful right now. Okay, the torso is done. Now we just have to build the head and then actually explode it. The head is made on a 16 by 16 base plate, which will go right up here. I'm gonna start by building the top of it. That way I know the rest of the pieces are gonna be used for pixels. So the top of it is just tiles, basically. Luckily I made the head out of normal pieces and not those, which is great, but I need to move this. Pretty much all that landed on my bare foot. Dang it. We're going to build the head, and then we're gonna rebuild this. Once we build the head, we can actually make this thing explode and rebuild the part that completely fell apart. I'm gonna build the classic creeper mustache. Is that a mustache? What is that? Comment down below what you think that is. And then we fade out of the dark green using black. So 4 black pieces across, and then 2 above. and then we fade back into the green like that. And then we do the pupils, which are black, and then we do more green. You guys won't believe it. On the top layer, we take the top plate off because we're going to have a big plate on top of this with tiles, and it makes it look like the pixels are less tall. Boom, and there we have a creeper face. And then we just gotta build all the way around the rest of the head and put the top on. It looks weird from the inside. Oh, it's like an illusion. You guys can kind of see it. It's like an illusion from the inside. Literally, look at how good I did. Now we get to make it explode, but we have to rebuild it first because I completely destroyed it and I'm ashamed. So now I have all these pieces to precisely build up again. Look guys, this is the creeper heart, and this is what actually makes the creeper explode. Sees another player, gets really excited, so its heart beats faster. Or something like that. That was dumb. I'm just going to just place these until it looks about right. The nice thing about this is you can just add them randomly and it won't change it because it looks just like the color scheme on the actual creeper. Did I just make that up to make my life easier? Maybe I did. I'm just turning this into a game. Creeper tumble! Build up the creeper and don't let it tumble. Then blow it up. Creeper tumble. Each set separately, batteries not included. Hey Mojang, if you want to make creeper tumble with me, or you could do it in Australian. Creeper tumble. Each set separately, batteries not included. All right guys, we're gonna blow this thing up and see what happens. We're going to raise this up all the way to the top. Also, we're gonna put the head on. Please don't break. Perfect. Here we go. We got slow-mo camera rolling in 3, 2, 1. 1. It started exploding on the back. It just wasn't enough of an initial burst to make it explode. What it really did was just pushed out the back, and then the head fell backwards and everything else fell. However, I have another idea of how we can make this explode a little bit faster, but we got a lot of rebuilding to do first. We're gonna have a Technic structure that's about this big, and it'll have 2 folding gates that are spring-loaded to spring open. So all we gotta do is build that real quick, add some rubber bands, and then in the middle, add a pin that we can attach to a string and pull, which will release it all. So that's the plan. All right, now we got 2 sides of a frame, and we want it to actually be 3 wide so that there's room for the rubber bands and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these. We should just be able to snap these together. There, now we have a frame. We use some stopper pieces and some axles, and then what we're gonna do is simply just bring this back here. Wow, my finger. Now to simply lock this in, we just add this piece. When we add the other one on the other side, they'll counteract each other, and we can put a pin straight through. So let's just build one more of these white things. All right, look at that. And as soon as we pull this, it opens. Now what we gotta do is add a little pulley because we can't have a hole in the base, it has to be in the side. This goes around this, and then now, when we pull this, it will transfer the motion down like that. So that's what a pulley simply does. Now we can test it. Put the pin back in these 2 gray pieces. And now, as soon as we pull this, now we just have to attach this to the bottom of the base and then build up the rest of it, and we can actually explode it. All right, here we go. First test at a successful exploding Lego creeper. 6 hours and 48 minutes to build. I can only do this once, so let's hope this works. Pull the fuse in 3, 2, 1. That wasn't bad. Dude, this thing actually worked. I think this thing worked pretty well. I think it could have had a little bit more power. Totally see just the carnage everywhere. I'm very glad I took photos of that before I exploded it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, which mechanism you think worked better. Make sure you check out this video's sponsor, Crazy Kai's Bricklink store, for your Lego brick needs. You can check them out by clicking the link down in the description or by clicking this button right here on the screen. Also check out this video and this one because I think you'll really enjoy them. Now I have to clean this up. See ya.